So in Western medicine, they use the pulse to measure the cardiovascular system. In traditional Chinese medicine and also Ayurvedic medicine, the pulse is used for to measure 12 different systems of the body. And so in Western medicine, they just use the 1 or 2 fingers on the radial pulse here. In TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, they use 3 pulses. There's a superficial and there's deep. And so there's 3 points, superficial, deep. 6 on each side is 12. So this is a measurement for 12 different systems and organs. First, good, very strong kapha pulse. We'll get back to that though. Okay, so on the right side, superficial is the large intestine, stomach, and the adrenal gland thyroid. And then on the deep layer, well, let's get down to the deep layer. Hold on, so let's check the top layer first. Nice strong kapha pulse, thyroid, adrenals, check out fine. No problems with energy, crashing. Do you drink coffee often?
Not really.
Okay, so not a thing for you? You don't drink coffee for energy?
Mm-mm.
Feel pretty good most of the day, not fatigued?
Mm-hmm.
Fire, yeah, you have a lot of fire here. A lot of pitta. You're a pretty close split between kapha and pitta. We'll get there. Pitta here at the stomach is good, and large. So digestive issues at all? Any constipation?
Mm-mm.
Good. Yeah, feels good. No, it doesn't go the other way either. Doesn't get runny.
Mm-mm.
Good. No bloating, gas, discomfort,
Mm-mm.
reflux.
Mm-mm.
Good. Small intestine, stomach, check out. Okay, so let's go down to the deep layer. Deep layer is lung, spleen, organs of reproduction. Okay, lung checks out. Okay, never had asthma.
Mm-mm.
Spleen checks out. Not too sick. You're not a sickly person. Get sick all the time.
Mm-mm.
Reproductive system definitely has a different story and goes a little bit slower than the rest of the pulses. It's probably normal, but definitely not as it's not as strong as your other pulses. So, are you on birth control?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that could be why. But so are you regular?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. So it's consistent. It's still a good pulse, but just not as strong as the others. And that just might be because you're being regulated right now. What kind do you have? The pill or the?
The pill.
Okay. So do you still have a cycle? You still
Mm-hmm.
bleed? Okay. And so this would be like you're done bleeding within the last probably week or 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so have you ovulated yet? Do you know? Has it been 2 weeks since you bled?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, you're right there. Okay, that checks out. Okay, let's go to the other side. Okay, let's relax. Okay, left side superficial. It goes large intestine, gallbladder, urinary bladder. Gallbladder is bumping. It's because it's the pitta pulse right here. It's your fire. You got a lot of fire. Good. So no digestive issues. It's good. So it checks out. And then urinary bladders. Okay. Again, maybe just a little bit weaker than the rest. Have you ever had a urinary tract infection?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's good. Okay, urinary bladder checks out. Okay, let's go to the deeper now. Kidney, liver, heart. Very good, strong, consistent, symmetrical. All right, so I've been saying these things, Pitta, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So these are all constitutions. So constitution is like, it's just like your human type, your character. It's like, this is a video game and this is a character that you were given. Some people are just tall and lean and they can't gain weight. Some people easily can build muscle. Some people have more of a fat disposition than others. And so in exercise sciences, those things are called ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. And they've been studied for thousands of years for these ancient Chinese with the traditional medicine techniques. But the constitutions are not just physical constitutions of what our bodies are, how our bodies are made. It's also, the constitutions also have definitive characteristics intellectually and emotionally and even spiritually, so to speak. Now, for you, the your pitta pulse it makes sense because the pitta is you see a lot of people in law enforcement are pittas, very much rule keepers for sure. The criminals actually will be pittas too. Pittas are, they've got to get, first of all, you're a Sag, so you already know what a fire sign is, right? Pitta is very similar. Now, this pitta pulse is probably one of the reasons why you have such a strong digestive system, is because the pitta and the fire energy is located in the gut. So what's happening is, so now what we have to do is see where are you taking, so it feels like the kapha pulse was being depleted. And so what that tells us is that your so the vata was okay. The vata is the air and ether. The pitta is fire and water, and then the kapha is earth and water. Now you do have some kapha qualities as well. Kapha is the caretaker, is the mama, but that's your secondary. We all have all three, but it's just how they're organized that make us who we are. And you're very strongly pitta. If you took a test on the internet, you would say. So, but what's happening is that it depletes your kapha here. And so, let's see what's happening. Yes. Yeah, so what really needs to happen is you need to be as enthusiastic as your home care, taking care of yourself as you are with everything else. And so do you have a meditation practice, stretching?
Mm-mm.
And you don't exercise?
Mm-mm.
So see, this is easy. This is easy for you. I mean, even some of this stuff with the pharmaceuticals. So you're feeding this you have to feed your fire, but you have to feed it towards yourself. And so like there's a self caretaking thing that has to happen here. And like this isn't just like eat vegetables and exercise. I mean, like, yeah, everyone needs to do that, but like this is different. This is like you need to build your fire. And the only way to build your fire is with the adequate fuel for it. And then with the adequate motion for it. And then everything will increase. I mean, like intellectually, you probably would have to study less and get better grades. Emotionally, you'd be able to feel more accurately. Not only, but also feel more and have more emotions, but feel those emotions accurately and not be like subject to them. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't, like, if I had to ask, or if I had to say, I'll just ask the question. Do you feel overly emotive or do you feel underly emotive?
Under.
Yeah, so that's why I said it'll help you feel more. But like not in a bad way, like you're going to cry all the time, but just like more connected to yourself. Okay, I'm going to push down and do one more test here. Yep, so it's all root chakra stuff. Okay, so grounded. You just moved. That's good. The move is good ultimately. So keep working on making your space your own. You know what I mean? Keep customizing, putting the things where you need to put them. And then organize it in a way that it encourages you to do what this guy's doing. Yeah, to get out there. Do you run?
Mm-mm.
No? I don't think actually with your gait I would recommend running. But like, nice like vinyasa yoga practice. I'll write that down. You know what that is?
No.
Oh. Yeah, vinyasa yoga is like a power yoga. You know what I mean? Like make you sweat, move your body, feel sore the next day kind of stuff. Let's see what else. There's something else in there. I've got some ideas for some B vitamins. Let's see what else. Where was that the whole time? You need that stomach growl. Your stomach growled like the entire time, except for when the microphone was next to it. Okay. Okay, let me see your tongue again. All the way out. Okay. You got the coffee thing in there, but also like you're fermenting. Was there, what kind of coffee was it? Did you get one of with the sugars in it and stuff?
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. One more time, tongue. Okay, back. How much water do you drink?
Not enough.
Okay.
I know that.
All right. Okay, so very good. So the pitta is made up of fire and water, and usually the fire burns so much that the fire burns so much. Think about like a pot on the stove. The fire gets too hot, the water starts to boil, and then it bubbles over and the water puts out the fire. But yours is different. Yours is your fire is okay. Got plenty of fire. It's the water, which is the secondary element of yours, and that water is depleting your kapha water. Kapha is made up of earth and water, so you're depleting that kapha through there. So more water, and then you probably, I know a lot of people probably wouldn't think this, but like you could. What do you know your blood type is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's okay. Water, movement, and 12 hours of work really isn't that big of a deal. Like you can do it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously. So like, but then it's really all about the off days. you have to keep moving, because like what's happening is like you work. No, just kidding. You work, and then you stop.
Mm-hmm.
And like that stopping is like, it's causing your system to like be stagnant. And so you just have to keep that kind of like that motion going. And then everything will happen for you in life. You know what I mean? It's not just about feeling good or not having back pain or neck pain. It's about when everything starts to click, then you'll know.